Blessed morning to you, King's Army Wargaming fans. This is Ryan once again, and today I will be showing you what I have been up to for the past month. I believe you've seen the short video teaser I showed with my wife. This will be about the War of the Ring board game by Aris Games. I'm not going to be explaining the whole thing about the board game, but more of why I got this game and how it's going to be part of the King's Army Wargaming uh, uh, games uh, moving forward as to using one-page rules and, of course, our old-time Mage Knight fans and friends out there. So, well, this is the War of the Ring board game, and this is the box that comes with it. And for the past month, I have been doing a project of painting all the figures that come with this board game. So it comes with 205 figures, including some main characters and also, of course, the different factions that are found within Middle Earth. So it's the box that comes with it. And let me just zoom in to some of the finished project paintwork that I did. And this would be the character figures, as you can see. Moving closer, first up we have the Fellowship of the Ring, and move closer here. I believe you'll recognize them. That's Gandalf the Grey, and we have Aragon or Strider, Gimli, son of Glóin, and of course Legolas of the Woodland Realm, the Three Hunters. And as we move past here, you have the halflings or the hobbits. We have Merry, Brandybuck. We have Frodo and Sam, and Peregrine Took or Pippin. And of course, you'll notice that Merry is wearing the outfit of Rohan, the Horse Lords, and Pippin is dressed in the armor of Gondor, Minas Tirith. And then we have Boromir. Okay, so we have the 9 companions there, and that's the finished product of painting them for almost a month actually, 3 weeks or so, with all of the figures that come with this board game. 205 figures. And we get a couple of the minions of Sauron right here. You will recognize Saruman the White of Isengard, the Tower of Orthanc. And in this game, this is their version of the Mouth of Sauron mounted on a steed. And you have the Witch King of Angmar. He's got a sword instead of a flail, so but that's what he comes with this game. And of course, Gollum or Smeagol. Right. So I'll be unboxing this real quick, and I'll show you what comes with the game. Um, First off the bat, you know, guys, that I am a Lord of the Rings fan, and in fact, in the background right here, I have the Lord of the Rings as well playing, and we'll go through this box and what will this mean moving forward. I'm also excited because this weekend I'll be attending a local game fest here in Clovis, California, in the Central Valley, California. It's called Veterans Game Fest. So it's all about board games and card games, miniature games. So look out for that. I'll be there. I'm hoping to be there. It's just 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting tomorrow. So I'll be featuring this. I'll display this War of the Ring board game, hoping that I'll find some players out there. So I'm pretty new with this game. This game has been here for a while. I believe it's almost 10 years already or something, from Europe. And you can see the makers of this game. Roberto Di Meglio. And so far, I played this with my eldest son, Earl. And if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, this is the most immersive. Um, it's as close as you can get to the epic battles in Middle Earth. And to see, to answer the question, what if? Kind of like if you've watched the Marvel Universe, what if? And, what if the Fellowship broke, or, all those other things, all the decisions that they made. Um, it can affect what happened on the War of the Ring, on the third age of Middle Earth, right? Which, of course, what happens in the movies by Peter Jackson, right? But like I said, this is going to affect our gaming moving forward, because within the battles here, we're going to reproduce those battles through one page rules, or Mage Knight, right? So all our fans right there, if you love that, then just continue along, and hope you like and subscribe to this channel as well. Again, this is Ryan for King's Army Wargaming. All right, so we'll open up this box and I'll show you all the 205 figures that I painted with the help of my wife as well. And if you've seen the other videos in the channel, I've used Army Painter Speed Paint. So I'm a newbie painter, and this is just a blessing. And this project, this War of the Ring set, has made me learn a lot, figure painting wise. So we'll go through that in a bit. All right, so let's unbox this. All right, so in the words of Gimli, what are we waiting for? I'm gonna open this box real quick, slowly, carefully, so I don't mess my painted figures there. Okay, so you got rule book, reference chart when you're quick reference chart when you're gaming. The gem of this game, and like I said, if you are a fantasy gaming fan or Lord of the Rings fan, this is already worth it for the box itself, right? This is the map to Middle Earth, right? So let me just open it up so we can see. And it is pretty huge, but I'll have a little surprise as well after this. So let me open this up, guys. It's a very detailed map as well, and even if you won't play this game, if you just want to retrace the Fellowship's progress um, in the film, in the movie, this map is well worth it already. So yeah. All right, let's show you this map real quick. So okay, so this is the map that comes with it. It's about, I say, it's close to maybe 3 by 2 feet. So this is the map that comes with the board game. And like I said, if you want to learn about this game, there's a couple better videos, more extensive, about how to play this game. But basically, this is the map where you will be placing all those 205 figures for the game. So this is Middle Earth. All right. So just to run through it quick, so you'll notice very familiar, I believe, for everyone. Okay, that's the Shire. Of course, I'll just retrace the steps of the Fellowship and Frodo, right? Bree. And then you have Rivendell. Of course, from Rivendell, they went into the mines of Moria after they couldn't make the pass of Caradhras, after which they went to Lothlorien, where they met the Lady Galadriel. coming through. This would be the falls of Rauros would be here when the fellowship split. All right. Um, Frodo and Sam would then split off here to the Emin Mewell Hills where they would find Gollum. Okay. And he would lead them to the Dead Marshes. All right. And then they would see Faramir with his rangers in Ithilien. All right. As and as they were caught, they were brought to Osgiliath. They were set free once again, and we're trying to get through the Black Gate. Okay, that's the Morannon. It's a Black Gate would be there, but Gollum leads them through Minas Morgul, through Shelob's lair, if you remember, right? And eventually they make it into Gorgoroth. All right, that's the Tower of Barad-dûr right there, and of course Mount Doom. Now the rest of the fellowship, as they broke off here in the Falls of Rauros, the three hunters, Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, looked for Merry and Pippin. Of course, then they found the Riders of Rohan somewhere down here. Of course, the hobbits, Merry and Pippin, made it into Fangorn Forest where they would meet Gandalf resurrected, Gandalf the White, and of course Treebeard. And that's where Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas as well meet Gandalf the White now. Whereupon they would make it to Edoras, the great hall of Meduseld, right? Where they would set free King Theoden from curse of Saruman under Grima Wormtongue's treachery. And as you follow along, two towers would be where the Battle of Helm's Deep would happen as Rohan makes their stand against the Uruk-hai, Saruman's Uruk-hai army that he made and grew here in Isengard. Okay. And moving along here would be Gondor and the main city, Minas Tirith. Right? That's the return of the king, and you would have the Battle of the Pelennor Fields there. And of course, the army of the dead would catch up. The muster of Rohan also would catch up there, and that's a big battle in the third film. This is Osgiliath, right? Stronghold of Osgiliath, where Faramir made his stand, and unfortunately they were overrun. And in the final part of the film, the armies that were left after Battle of the Pelennor Fields march towards the Black Gate, thereby distracting Sauron and allowing Sam and Frodo to come to the cracks of doom eventually. So yeah, the map itself is is worth it, guys. So this is the regular map, of course, that comes with the game. I'll show you that it fits perfectly in my living room coffee table. So it fits perfectly in my coffee table, and I have the rest of the expansion for the War of the Ring here, Warriors of Middle Earth and Lords of Middle Earth. And they say Kings of Middle Earth is coming as well. Like I said, I have Lord of the Rings in the background. All right, all rights reserved to Tolkien and New Line Cinema. But anyway, here's the map on the coffee table. So it's huge, guys. Even just for the map itself, it's about the box set is about 80 something dollars. You can find it in Amazon or your local gaming shop. But the map is well detailed, and um, it's a conversation piece too if you want to use it. But let me show you the map that I'll be using for the game and to display this weekend, because they came out with a collector's and anniversary edition. Um, and so I got a used one from the anniversary edition, and that's where what we're gonna use to display the figures. All right. All right. So I got this used anniversary collection map. It's bigger, definitely bigger. So I'm gonna put this up here, and I will show you the figures, the rest of the 205 figures that I painted over these 3 weeks with Army Painter, Speed Paint. I still use Citadel as well, um, and the primer too. I use Citadel. Sorry, ah. But let me show you this real quick. Okay, so if you thought that map was huge, look at this. It almost covers the entire table. All right. So yeah, this will be the anniversary edition map. So again, you can see a Middle Earth much clearer, and all the features and the areas are bigger, so you can put the figures easily. All right. So yeah, that's the game board for War of the Rings. So yeah, if you ever want to consider this, even for the figure themselves, they're not as detailed, but boy, they're a they're a collection in itself. Of course, they don't come painted, except for the anniversary and collector's edition. But nowadays, they're just so expensive, so I opted to paint them myself. Right. So let me go back to the box. It comes with, of course, all those instructions, and it has cards as well. These are called event cards and character cards, both for the shadow player, which is the evil side, and of course the free peoples, the good side, right? So got character cards and event cards, which pretty much affect how what is the outcome of the game. So just in a general sense, what basically it does, like I said, it replicates what happened on the third age of Middle Earth, covered within the movies, the trilogy by Peter Jackson, right? So basically, you pit yourself. The Free Peoples is the general of the good side, and the Shadow Army player is the general for the evil side. What's unique about this game is that unlike Risk, where it's just really trying to conquer territories and all that, but there's a story within the bigger story. So, of course, you have the Fellowship of the Ring, which I featured to you earlier. So, the Free People's player is in charge of following or leading the Fellowship eventually for Frodo to get to Mount Doom and drop the ring, and automatically the Free People's Army player wins. Of course, the evil side tries to conquer as much of Middle Earth as he can. So that's where all the battles come. So, well, now you might ask, where's the rest of those figures, right? The 205 figures total. So, like I said, I've painted it already. So now I've segregated them each on these Ziplocs to protect them. I probably need a bigger box now because they won't fit in the base set box. But I've grouped them into the different factions. So I have here, these would be, oh, this is the army for Isengard, right? So you got the Wargs and the Uruk-hai right here. And I'll open this up, don't worry. Of course, this was for the character figures, Fellowship of the Ring and the minions of the Shadow. This would be Rohan. Okay, so we'll just separate that. Rohan. I got the Men of the North here. These would be, oh, the elves. Okay, this is the elves. Uh, okay, these are the Easterlings, the Southrons and Easterlings. So the Haradrim, right? And then, oh, you got Sauron's army. You got the orcs, and I have also the trolls here. And we have the dwarves. We have Gondor, Minister, and they separated the rest of the Nazgul on Fell Beast. Okay, there's 8 of them because you have the Witch King already separate. So okay, let me place this on the map and show you real quick. Alright, King's Army Wargamers. So I have put all the 205 figures on the map. Oh, except for the Fellowship and the character figures, but that's how it looks like. All of those figures there. I'll show you in a bit on each faction. So on the eastern side, you have most of Sauron's army and the Easterlings, and then we will see in Orthanc Isengard's army and the rest of the Free Peoples. Right. I'm just gonna briefly run through it, and then but we'll go in detail. That's Minas Tirith. You got Rohan. You got the elves in Lorien and Rivendell. And to the northeast, you also have the Woodland Realm elves, and the dwarves, and the Men of the North. And right here you have the Southrons, Haradrim, with Oliphaunts, the War Monarchs. And of course the Nazgul. Right here is the Cracks of Doom. Alright, we'll go through them one by one, each faction, so you can appreciate them. Thanks.